What's going on, guys? What's
good?
It's the Good Guys, and we're here at the N.O.W Foundation Gala.
Super excited. Can't wait to see everybody in their nice gowns and nice tuxedos. Make sure you show off.
Yes, we're going to get everyone from the board members to the guests to the family to his trainer. Stay tuned.
It's going to be such an amazing experience, such a good cause, so stay tuned.
So right now we have DJ. Yes. So we want to ask you DJ, come on, stay focused.
Frenchie shoes is fire. I'm sorry.
Everybody knows who he is. If you're watching this, you know who DJ is. He's the reason why we are here. He is the founder of the N.O.W Foundation. So what we want to ask him is, what inspired him to start this foundation?
What inspired me is basically my childhood. Just being a problem child, I felt like me and my team and I putting this foundation together could help children. Basically, with the issues that I used to have, that they're going through the same issues, I feel like this foundation can help fix those things and bridge the gap.
That's nice.
And then the scholarships that you're giving out is going to be one for someone going to college and one for someone who's pursuing entrepreneurship. Can you talk a little bit about why you thought it was important to have both?
I feel as though it was important to have both of those because when I was in school, it was hard for me to get scholarships because I didn't have the grades. My grades was terrible. So not just to say that you can't have bad grades, or if your grades are bad, you're not going to get the scholarship, or if they're good, you're going to get the scholarship. We love a good story, you feel me? And if you want to change your life around, that's what we're going to do. And then with the business scholarship, it's not meant for everybody to go to school. Some people are entrepreneurs right away. So that's why we did the entrepreneur scholarship.
I guess I'll say the best question for last. Are you going to cry during your speech tonight?
No, and I'm taking all bets. The spread is plus 50 right now.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Yeah,
we will see about
Thank
that.
You,
Thank you, DJ. Appreciate it.
Right now we have our special performer, Frenchie. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are y'all? Y'all look good.
Thank you. You did too. First,
Thank you.
yes, look at her shoes. Her shoes are flames.
I like you talking about my shoes.
We love it.
you.
So we really
you.
appreciate you being a part of this. So we just have a few questions that we want to ask. So what do you think of the N.O.W Foundation and how it will impact the community?
Well, what I think of it, I think it's just super dope that he's doing something for the youth. I teach at a middle school called Meade, and I've taught at like a few middle schools, and actually dealing with the youth, you see the things that they go through. So for him to create something to where as though it's, uplifting the youth, and like a lot of people have like crazy backgrounds, so to be a helping hand, I think it's just a wonderful thing. So I think it's just brilliant that he's doing this.
I completely agree.
So, what advice would you give DJ to encourage him to keep up his progress with the foundation and to just change the lives of so many kids?
He's changing so many lives. Why would you stop? That's the motivation right there. The fact that you're able to have your hands in on encouraging and changing the youth. It's a crazy world out here, and just for him to have something so positive going on, it's just like, keep it going. Keep changing lives. Keep doing your thing, DJ.
I completely agree. So now that we got the serious question out the way, we have one, a little fun question.
A little crazy question.
A little crazy one. So what are your thoughts on the stereotype of a confident man being portrayed as a strong leader, but a confident woman being portrayed as aggressive?
Well, shoot, being a woman that's, in the industry, working through music and everything like that, there has been times where, I had to have a man come in and handle things for me, and I feel like that's a bit unfair. So I feel like we need to change the narrative, whereas though if I'm being assertive, why can't I just mean what I'm saying instead of you saying that I'm aggressive? I'm a strong woman and you're a strong man, not to say like, oh, how the people are hype about, equality. No, I'm just me and you're just you. And I just feel that we need to change the narrative of that. We're strong women, all of us right here, and we demand respect just like you.
Exactly. Agreed.
Yes.
So we really do thank you for stopping in on our interviews. Yes.
All right, y'all. So we have a board member of the N.O.W Foundation, DJ, as he puts it, the better looking DJ. He said we can agree. So what made you want to be a part of this foundation?
Well, actually, my whole life, I've been dedicating a lot to, kids. Even when I was, growing up and stuff, I had to watch my little cousins and stuff. It was times where my little cousins that never spoke before, my name was the first thing that they said, like different type of things like that. I worked in my aunt's daycare, younger days daycare, and I was like rewarded like the best counselor and everything. Like I always just like genuinely love kids and like love like one-on-one talking with them and different activities with just like everything with kids. And when he brought this up, it was just like perfect for me because I have like 100% like all good intentions with this. So yeah, I was just hyped about it.
I have one question for you as well. Do you think having a degree or do you think doing your own entrepreneurship would be easier for coming up now? Like, how do you feel about that?
Actually, I think having your own entrepreneurship would be like easier. It's a whole lot of different ways you could go with being your own boss and a business owner and investing in yourself as well. So yeah, I definitely agree with like being your own boss and having an entrepreneurship.
Yes, we definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So, what are you most excited for tonight?
Oh, definitely the dancing. Definitely the dancing. I feel like
Practicing, right?
yeah, we were practicing. I feel like I have something to prove. The people are waiting for me, and they're definitely looking forward to me to be on the floor and everything. So right when the first song come on, they say get on the floor. I know everybody's gonna be looking for me to like show everybody up. So that's what I come to do.
Y'all heard that. He talking heavy, so thank you. We appreciate it.
So we have one of the two hosts here of the N.O.W Gala, Black Chad. Thanks for joining us. So, question number one. Thinking back to when you were a child, would you change anything about the path you took toward education?
Well, I really ain't had no choice. I mean, I don't have no regrets. Ain't that what they all say? Like,
That is.
yeah, so it's cliche. I don't really have no regrets because I am who I am now. So, no, not really. I wish I would have known a little bit more, but I'm learning it now, so it don't matter.
I completely agree and I understand. So how do you feel about the two scholarships that DJ is giving away? One for entrepreneurship and the other one to further education.
I think it's dope. I think it sets a standard for us to do more as people, period. It made me motivated to say, you know what, maybe I need to do a little bit more. Because I feel like it's important for people to go to college if that's what they want to do. I hate college. I don't think college is for everybody, but it's for some people, and it's a good thing. And entrepreneurship is more my thing, you know what I'm saying? So just doing that makes me feel like I want to do more, and it's just a solid thing for a solid dude to do.
I completely agree. Just one more fun question.
Which one you picking?
I got one for him. Yes. So,
Am I a man today? Because y'all got a problem when I say young ladies or women. I'm just saying, I'm not sexist or anything, but I just want to make sure that I'm saying the right words.
yes,
Oh.
These questions are exactly for you.
Okay, cool.
So, is barbershop talk considered gossip? Oh, speechless.
I mean, I think it depends on. I don't know. Nah, I don't think it's. I think it's just what the guys talk about, the bros talk about. Y'all talk about things that are like super, super deep. You know, I'm dodging the question because I think it is the same, but you know, I don't think that's fair that you ask me that. But you can. Well, we talk about sports. We talk about sports and rap.
Oh, now y'all just talk about sports.
First of all, guys have a problem showing their emotional side. So the things that you guys talk about aren't the same things that we talk about. So therefore, things like, I love her, we're not going to say that. So we're going to keep it cool. So we're just going to be like, yeah, hey. We're not throwing the questions.
Say it again, formation.
Y'all fraud.
Thank you.
Don't express questions that weren't asked. You guys just start pouring out things that ain't nobody asked y'all. Let me tell you how this guy I know that know my girlfriend. Girl, should I tell him this and tell her that? And girl, we don't do all that. Is LeBron scored 40 last night?
Okay.
Megan Thee Stallion last night twerk. That's it. We ain't doing none of all that other stuff. Talk about other people's business and all that. We ain't doing that. Boom.
All right.
One.
Thank you for coming into our interviews. I think it's time for him to exit.
It's cool. All right, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Right, go host. Thank you.
All right, so we have Jalea here, one of the hosts of the gala tonight. Jalea, what advice would you give to DJ to encourage him to stay motivated to pursue his dreams and the goals that he has for this foundation?
The number one advice I would give DJ would be to remain consistent. You got to be consistent and you got to be involved, and he's very passionate about his work. So I know for sure that with the backing he has and the support system that he has, he's going to do great.
So we have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, and one of our episodes with DJ was called Double Standards. So one question I have for you, should women shoot their shot to men?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for shooting the shot because what can happen? You can say yes or you can say no. And, I've seen, it hasn't happened to me yet, but I've seen people actually get married off of like meeting on Instagram. So it's possible. So anything's possible.
That's great. Thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate it. Hey, everybody, what's going on? We have Peso here, who's a board member of the N.O.W Foundation. How are you doing today?
You know what? I can't complain. It's a beautiful event.
Nice.
So we have some questions here for you, of course. So the first question we want to ask is, what advice would you give DJ to encourage him to stay motivated to achieve his goals for this foundation?
Good question. I like it. So remain true to itself. That's what got us here. His foundation, well, I can say it's officially, mine's now too. But, the foundation is really about that triumph story, no opportunities wasted. So that means, that person who may necessarily not got all straight A's, but got C's. But, it's all about putting in that dedication at work because that's what made this event possible. So just pushing through and just taking this as a learning curve and keep on growing from here.
Completely agree. Yes.
Well said.
That is very well said.
Definitely.
Here, Tito. Look, I'm ready.
Waiting for it.
So, thinking back to your youth, would you change anything differently about the path you took towards education or entrepreneurship or whatever you pursued?
Another great question. So, yes, the one thing that I would encourage, and I'm going to bring my child up in it, Logan, if you're listening to this, you're not.
Shout out to Logan.
You're 9 months, so you probably don't know what I'm talking about. But the one thing that I wish that my parents would provide to me was a trade. I think that's really important because at the end of the day, you go to college, that's great and everything, but if that employer lays you off, you have no means of income. As opposed to if you know a trade, cutting hair, sewing, whatever it may be, you always will have a job. So that's the one thing that I wish that I would have gave myself, but I'm going to make sure to give, to my son and, encourage others as well.
Very good
Nice,
advice.
great answer.
Very good advice.
We appreciate it.
Any curveball questions?
We got to ask some fun question, guys.
Yeah.
We can't just leave it with foundation.
I got
Black
one.
Chad in the back giving us evil eye.
You mentioned, like, if you get laid off, if you don't have a trade, you might not have any source of income. What do you think about the stereotype of men being the breadwinner of the household?
Oh, listen. All right. Whoo. So, in today's climate, I'm going to answer that question. You know what? I jokingly, I wouldn't mind being a stay-at-home dad though. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it would be in which I'm going to bring it back to where I need to bring it though. If I'm a stay-at-home dad, I would need a strong enough woman to still allow me to lead though. So as long as you allow me to do that, you can still be the breadwinner, but let me feel like I still got the big boy pants on.
I respect that.
Listen, I'm smart. I'm around 4 women right now. I'm not, so yes, women's rights, keep it going, all that. Listen.
Well, we definitely appreciate you stopping in and letting us interview. Let's have
thank
great
you.
time tonight. And thank you.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you. So we now have Tiffany, the person who organized and helped put together this whole event.
The brains behind this event.
I appreciate that. So y'all know we had to pull her in for some great questions. So the first question, we want to know, I know with DJ being your cousin. Yes, so that's a great.
You know he like that. That's my first cousin.
Yeah, he does. So how do you feel and what do you think about this foundation that he put together and what advice could you provide for him?
For him, well, knowing what I know, I'm very surprised but honored and humbled that he even asked me. And I would just say, just stay humble. That would be my advice. Stay humble, keep it about the kids, and before the foundation, that's what he did. Like, he just always wanted to help. He's always a person that wants people to be together, family, friends. Let's have an event. Let's do this. Let's do that. So, yeah, he's a little crazy back in the day, but he's definitely growing into, like, an amazing young man.
Great. So, curveball question here. As you know, DJ was on our vlog talking about double standards.
Yes.
So, what do you think about women shooting their shots to men as opposed to the opposite?
I feel like it's somebody for everybody. So every situation isn't always going to be cut and dry. So a woman shooting her shot, that might be okay for the man that she hooks. So it's a situation for everybody. So I'm cool with it.
There you go.
I'm scared though. I don't think I would do it though.
You wouldn't do
people who've done it. So, and it worked out for them.
there you have it. So thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for putting it together.
We have Bria here, Vice President of the Now Youth Foundation. Thank you for joining us. So I wanted to ask, what impact do you think this foundation will have on the community of Philadelphia?
I feel like this foundation is going to have a huge impact on the community, only because like we're really trying to target kids and make sure like they grow up and have like role models. Like I know this summer we have a lot of great ideas that we can't wait to share with you guys. And also we're also going to just teach them to be better people, but also to give back. We're hoping to also like how we're giving back, we want to teach them to give back too. So some of them don't have parents that are going to be there for them, so like we want to be those guys and models for them and help them and not just give back to them but also teach them to give.
I have another question as well. We do have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, and one of our episodes with DJ, we talked about double standards. So one of my questions is, do you feel like males should be the breadwinner, or it is okay for you to be the breadwinner as a woman?
I personally feel like both. Like, I want my man to bring in as much as I am, and I know I'm going to be a millionaire, okay? I'm going to have some money. Catch me in 5 years, y'all, but he got to be on the same level. So, yeah, I feel like it has to be both, in my opinion.
Thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait to see you on the dance floor. I heard y'all had some dance moves. I don't know. Got to slide and slide. And we're out.
We now have Justin here joining us. Thank you so much for stopping an interview with us.
What's up?
So we have a few questions. Some are about the foundation and some are just some fun questions that we wanted to ask you guys. So first, what do you think of the Now You Foundation and the impact that it will have on the community?
Just the Now Foundation does a lot of things for the youth, going to continue to do things for the youth. I think the impact on the community is going to be able to give opportunities for people and youth that may not have had the opportunity before. So I just think being a big presence and providing mentorship and leadership and guidance for youth is very important, and I think it's going to make a difference.
I completely agree.
So, curveball question. We had DJ on our vlog talking about double standards and societal roles and everything. What do you think about men being the breadwinners of the family?
I mean, I think that's normal, but I think that it could go either way. I think it's a new time. I think, a lot of women are, leadership, have very good jobs, and I mean, my wife, for a while, she was the breadwinner, so I understand.
Very honest. That's very honest.
That is honest, yeah.
You know what I mean? So when I was in grad school, she was doing her thing, so, you know what I mean? So I'm cool with it.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoy your night.
So we have board member Ashley Mingo here, who's part of the Now Youth Foundation. So I have a question for you about the Youth Foundation. Thinking back to when you were younger, would you change the path you took as far as pursuing your education or your passion?
I wouldn't change anything. Not to be cliche, but everything happens for a reason. I align with people for a reason. I learned lessons for a reason, and it brought me to where I am today. And I'm actually chasing my dream and pursuing it right now. So I wouldn't change anything.
So, do you think women should shoot their shot more at men?
Yeah. I mean,
what's the hesitation? What you thinking about?
Like, I don't know, cause like I don't want people to be like aggressive, but like if you like what you see, do your thing. But it's just like, do women know how to handle rejection? Because everything you want doesn't want you. So,
and that's that on that. Thanks. Thank you.
Hi. So now we have Cheyenne Corinne here from My New Philly. Yeah. PHL-17?
Yeah. Thank you for stopping by.
So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
So what do you think about the Now You Foundation and the impact that it's having on the community?
So I think it's having like a really big impact on the community. I first met them on the Q show on Fox 29, and just at that moment I was really inspired just because they're so young. Like, DJ, he's so young, and just to be wanting to help the community and give back, especially in like scholarship and that type of way. So I was just really glad he was able to come back to PHL-17 and promote again, even though the event was sold out. It kind of just showed like how large of an impact it has.
So also, just thinking about back when you were younger, would you change the path you took as far as pursuing education or your passion?
I feel like I personally wouldn't, but I definitely feel like there should be more resources for a lot of people. I think that I wouldn't have made a lot of the mistakes I made as far as choosing a major and that type of thing if I had more guidance as far as like having those type of foundations like Now Foundation to kind of give you and kind of also make sure that you're going the right way and leading the right path, because there's a lot of distractions along the way when you're trying to make it to success. So I personally wouldn't change anything, but I would definitely want more mentors like DJ and just like, you know, some of the board members.
So we have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, and one of the episodes with DJ was double standards. So do you think women should shoot their shot to men is one of the questions.
I definitely think they should. I mean, I'm a feminist. I have a degree in women's studies. I'm always on Twitter talking about, like, I personally probably wouldn't get down on one knee, but I really, I empower the women that do. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with taking a stand and knowing what you want, because so many times we're waiting to be wanted, and it's like, if you know what you want, go ahead, because at the same time, you know, waiting on a man can be just as desperate as, you know, getting down and asserting your own destiny, pretty much.
That was a word. So we thank you so much for stopping by and letting us interview you. Have a great time, and thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me, ladies.
All right, so we have Carlin Farabee here, DJ's mom. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Mom.
All right, so I know you're probably super proud of DJ and all that he's accomplished so far. What advice would you give him going forward to encourage him to stay motivated to achieve the dreams and the goals that he has for the foundation?
So my encouragement to my son is to keep doing what you're doing. He is doing phenomenal things, and I just encourage him to keep focused. Keep focused, keep God in it, and he will do well.
So he always emphasizes on his past and how, you know, him growing up and things he's been through is just a little rough, and he didn't expect he would be here. So I want to know just your input. Like, him growing up, did you think that he would now be starting the foundation for kids and having 2 scholarships, one for entrepreneurship, one for furthering education? What did you think would happen when he was growing up?
Wow.
She about to spill the tea, y'all.
Let me say that DJ was a force to be reckoned with. DJ was always in trouble, just didn't want to do right, didn't want to listen in school. School was calling me every day. And to see him graduate college, get his master's, just awesome, awesome, awesome. I never, ever expected him to be where he is today. But I can tell you, I never, ever, ever gave up on him, and just keep pushing him, and he is meeting his goals.
That's a good one. Can we ask Mom one fun question? Just one. Can we ask her one fun?
Okay, one fun question. I'm going to make it a not so fun one. But so, what do you think, because we had DJ on our vlog about double standards and roles of women and men. What do you think about women having to take the trash out as opposed to the men? And if you do it often, or if you would not like to do it?
I'll say this. I will take the trash out if I have to. Yes. But when DJ's around, when DJ is around, DJ will take the trash out for me. But, you know, we got to do what we have to do. If there's no one there, then of course we have to take the trash out. But if there's a man around, then the man should take the trash out.
There you have it. There you have it. Thank you so much. Right. Thank you so much, Mom. Enjoy yourself and watch your son thrive.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much for joining us, Madeline.
You're welcome.
So we just have a few fun and some, like, not serious questions, but just a few. So our first question we like to ask, just thinking about back when you were younger, would you change the path you took as far as pursuing education or your passion?
I would definitely say both, but ultimately I think every failure is a lesson. So I think everything that I went through has taught me a lot. So.
No, I completely agree. I agree with it. That's the same answer.
So in today's society, it's always the man shooting the shot at the woman. What do you think about flipping the roles and the woman shooting the shot at the men?
I'm all for it. If I see something I like, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Period.
We want you guys to enjoy your time here. DJ definitely put on a great event, especially
it's
to
gorgeous.
yes,
It is gorgeous.
and giving back to children to pursue their education or entrepreneurship. So we thank you so much for stopping.
Thank
and
you,
talking
thank
to
you,
us.
thank you.
And you look
Gorgeous.
gorgeous. So now joining us is Dad, Darian McFadden Sr. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Good, good. So I know you have to be extremely proud of DJ for this whole event that he's put on tonight.
I'm very, I'm beyond. I have no words. I don't know what to say. So I'm really like flabbergasted.
Okay, we have a few questions for you, Dad, here. So what do you think of the N.O.W Foundation and how it will impact the community?
It's a lot that could be said, and I know we don't have time, but I spent a lot of time with him, helping him with this project from birth. So it's going to be something that's very impactful for young men and young women who need help, and parents. So what he's going to do, I don't know exactly how far it's going to go, but the start of it's the beginning. And what the beginning is it brings on a whole lot of other things that I can't say what's going to happen. It's just going to be a lot. I know that because this is his baby. This is his baby.
Working off of that, what advice would you give to DJ to encourage him to stay motivated to achieve the goals that he has for the foundation?
Just to be patient. He really has to be patient with it because like when he started this, he wasn't sure what he was going to be able to do. And I told him, DJ, the bottom line is when you're doing God's work, it's going to work out. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about paying for anything. God's going to work it out, and you'll be fine.
There.
We are.
Well, we thank you for talking to us. Enjoy yourself. Have a few drinks. And dance the night away.
I'm enjoying myself.
Oh.
We now have one of the main DJs, AMH.
Yes, what's up, y'all?
Thank you so much for joining us today and being the DJ.
Always.
Creating a vibe for
That's a vibe.
us. So we have a few questions for you, okay?
Let's get it.
So let's first go with, thinking back to when you were younger, would you change the path you took as far as pursuing your education or your passion?
Yo, I actually wouldn't. My mom, I had one of those moms that was like, you're going to private school. So I was I was in private school from like 5th grade. I mean from kindergarten to high school, like literally. But I was in the hood, so it was like I wouldn't change it. I turned out good, I think. I'm pretty happy for it.
All right.
So, with the N.O.W Foundation and everything that DJ's doing,
Yes.
what words of encouragement would you have for him to keep motivated and keep focused?
I would say definitely stay with it. And y'all know I'm in his corner because most likely I'm going to be helping him out. I think he should not ever give up. At times, it's probably going to be like, it's hard to get people our age and our generation to focus and lock in on something like this because everybody just wants to be cool and do the other stuff. But if he can just keep it and stay like focused, like I'm going to do this. I don't care what nobody else is going to say. I'm going to do it. I think he should be fine. If he does that, he'll be fine. That's what I would tell him.
Can we ask him a fun question? Yeah.
All right. So we have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, and one of the questions we asked DJ, should men be the primary breadwinners?
Oh, man, y'all are wildin'. Shout out to y'all for having the YouTube channel. Our YouTube as well, AMH TV, little sidekick, you know what I mean? No, I'm gonna say this. I'm a big advocator. I know this is Women's Appreciation Month as well. I'm gonna say this. I feel like whoever's the breadwinner, I don't feel like there should be a breadwinner. It should just be like two people. Like, yeah, now if someone is obviously not doing as much as the other, I'm trying to watch my words here, then it should be a support because that's why you're with that person. Like, you're supposed to take that person with their flaws and alls, for real. So knowing me, the way I was brought up, my mom had me on the like, you gotta be this, you gotta be this. If you take a girl out, you better pay, you better open it. Like, I'm on that old school type of way. So for me, I was used to being the guy who's supposed to be the breadwinner, but I think it's changed. I think now women are breaking barriers. It's a lot of stuff going on. And if any guy doesn't say he don't know about that or he doesn't agree, he's a child. And that's just how it should be. So
I appreciate the answer.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm here with these 4 beautiful women right here, but I'm just saying that because it's 2020 and we gotta it's you know what I mean? Let's be different. Let's open it up.
Thank you so much for coming in and go ahead and create that vibe for us.
I gotta go DJ and I got another drink waiting.
So we're back with Adrian and Alana. They have a nonprofit organization they kind of want to tell us about. So here's the mic.
Oh, thank you. Well, my name is Adrian Cater, and I have a nonprofit organization called Reach for the Stars Development Center. And this is Alana Washington, and she's my daughter. She runs the operations, and what we do is we feed low-income daycare centers, adult daycares, shelters, and we bring fresh food to them daily so they don't have to do any preparation to feed the children for lunchtime. And we have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. This is my right hand. She runs the operations, and I run administration. And we're throughout the Philadelphia area, from Northeast all the way to South Philadelphia.
Right now we service about 1,000 children. We have about 20 daycare centers, and we're expanding. So we're very passionate about what we do, and we put our children first, and that is why we are supporting Darian, because he is very passionate about what he does as well. And we appreciate men like that because we need them.
Yep. So we love your story and the impact you make on children. It's just like a good thing. But we have one more question for you guys. Since we have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, one question is, do you feel like women can shoot their shot at men?
Okay, well, I'm going to go first on that. So I think you have to be very delicate when it comes to approaching a man, because you don't want to have the ball totally in your court, because that makes it very awkward. So, what you do is you just slightly glance, and you might just do a little something like that just to open yourself up, because sometimes men don't like to take that long stroll across the room just for his shot to get shot down. So you just want to just open up and just, let them know that you're open to an approach and leave it there.
No, never. Don't ever do it. It's a horrible idea. Don't do it. Leave it alone, okay? You give him a little wink and you keep it moving, all right? That's it. Because the ball gets in your court and it never comes out.
So you did say give him a little wink?
Yeah, give him a little wink. Give him a little wink. Because then next thing you know, you're paying for all the dinners, you're paying for all the drinks, you're paying for everything, and then no.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining our vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed the night, dance a little bit, and all that good stuff. Thank you again.
Thank you for having us. We have LaShonda Smith here, that is director of Camp Adonai. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we know you are representing E9 because DJ, he volunteers every year, every summer, right?
Yes, he actually works here at the camp. He's an integral part of the camp. He does so much for us. I have, again, enjoyed working with him. He loves working with the youth, as you have heard earlier today. And as you see with this gala and all these people here, he is definitely that person that wants to connect with them, wants to work with them, and wants to help them.
So throughout the night, a lot of people have been saying how much he has been an inspiration to a lot of the youth. What do you think the impact of the Youth Now Foundation will have on the young men, not even just men, the women, young women that's looking up to him? What do you think it will have on the impact of the children growing up?
I think hope. It will give them a lot of hope to seeing all that DJ has been with. He shares his story. He's transparent, which I think our youth of today desperately need, to definitely hear his story, relate to him, and make it believable. And I think he definitely does that.
What words of encouragement would you like to give to DJ to motivate him to keep doing what he's doing and to achieve his goals with the foundation?
I would definitely say, DJ, don't stop. Keep doing it, what you're doing. Your energy, your love, your heart, it permeates throughout everything that you do and everything that you touch. And again, tonight is definitely evident. All the people that you have connected with, that you have touched, that definitely believe in you, but not only you, believe in what it is that you want to do.
Well, thank you. We'll let you go enjoy the rest of your night and get your dance on. So thank you. We appreciate it.
So now we have Rashad Campbell here. He's a performance consultant for Stay Cool and Team Ultimus. So you've known DJ for quite a while now. What do you think about his journey with the Now Youth Foundation, and what do you have motivation-wise for him to keep focused and keep going?
So I've known DJ since he played with my younger brother on the Monterey Bantams, and he's always been a positive role model for his teammates and for individuals just around him in the community. And so, you know, I reconnected with him after his situation at Bloomsburg and before he went out to New Mexico, Highland. And so he's always been a person that wanted to stay connected to the community, and he's done that with football. He stayed connected coming out to football camps that I hosted with my brother, but also what he's doing with kids and just trying to impact them positively is something I think he's passionate about. And I think he should maintain that no matter what, because when you find something you're passionate about, he should, I think everyone should really try to incorporate that. If you can make your ends meet, if you can live off of something that's your passion, I would say go for it all the way. But I think he's figuring that out right now, and with the Now Youth Foundation, he's really tapping into something that he's really passionate about, and I'm excited for him.
So we know that you were his trainer, and you went through a long journey with him. How did it make you feel when his basically dream of football ended in injury?
I felt like it was a tough situation because I know how hard people work for things. And you think about the days we would be 6 a.m. for 5 days straight. We did that for about 10 weeks. And to get to the opportunity, we had to fight to get him into the pro day that he was in. And so when he had that opportunity, it was very frustrating for that to happen. But I believe everything happens for a reason. And DJ is a person that I think is very optimistic, and I think he has bounced back from that. And he will continue to be positive and make the most of his current opportunities and be successful.
So we also have a vlog on YouTube called The Good Gals, and one of our questions we asked DJ is gossip only in barbershop talk? Is it gossip to you or no? Or is it only gossiping between women? Like, do you guys consider that gossip in the barbershop?
I believe gossip is universal. I believe that men talk about things that are quote-unquote non-traditional, but we get excited about it. We talk about it. It's not what is kind of spread to the public, but we get excited about little things here and there, and I would consider it gossip, so definitely true.
Nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
We now have joining us Earn Moore and his mom's Frances, who is the owner of Soul Fed and also who donated to the foundation tonight. So thank you so much for your donation.
No problem.
One personal experience, I actually love their food. I was just there. I actually did Uber Eats. So when you guys shouted them out that y'all were on Uber Eats, I was one of the first people to order. So we really appreciate you being here. We just have a few fun questions, you know. What do you think of the Now Foundation and the impact that it will have on the community?
I think they have a major impact, you know, definitely dealing with the youth, being as though we need a lot of positive role models. And I believe that, you know, it definitely will make a big stand in the community of Philadelphia.
Okay, yeah. And also, thinking back to when you were younger, would you change the path that you took in pursuing education or your passion?
I definitely would take a big change. I was a trouble kid between like 1st and 8th grade. I wasn't that bad, but I was a trouble kid. I would change that aspect, but it wasn't because of my household. My household was great. It was more so, you know, my surroundings, my friends, you know, things of that nature. High school changed me a lot. You know, I took a better path going high school route. So yeah, you know, I would change certain things. You know, dedication, being dedicated to things, staying with it, stuff like that. Definitely learn a lot more.
So, Mom, I just have a question for you, too. How proud are you of him? Because he has his own business as well that's thriving.
I am really, really proud, extremely proud. Blessed, prayerful, because when you see young African-American men that's making a positive impact on communities and bringing in other community members and then giving them a chance to work and a chance to grow and then mentoring, you're very proud. You know, it's everything you can pray for. And then when you see it come to fruition, that's the bigger blessing. So that's why we're here to support this, because that's what my son does, that's what my nephew and DJ does, so we're just here to support and prayerfully to continue on next generations.
Yep. No, we love to see it too, like we do at The Good Gals. We love to see black women and men thrive, and especially based on, like you said, what he's doing, what DJ's doing. You guys are an inspiration to a lot of the young boys growing up, not only everywhere, but especially in Philly, to see people have successful foundations, successful business. So keep going, keep being successful, and open up your other locations. And also, thank you for stopping by with us and talking to us.
I can say one thing. He said he was a troubled child. I would like to tell parents as well, when you have a kid that's a little troubled, I had a vision that God gave me a long time ago saying that he would be a mentor and that he would be a mentor and he would be a positive impact on the community. And I just trusted past what I saw. and prayed, and it came to fruition. So that's just for the parents out there.
It's really nothing like a praying family. Listen, I know. Thank you guys so much. So thank you, DJ, so much for letting us be a part of such an amazing event. This foundation was a success. So everything you went through, it was meant to be. You were blessed. It came out. These kids you are really going to bless 2 kids, and we really appreciate being a part of it. I know all your vendors, thank you everybody for interviewing with us and participating. We really appreciate everybody. Make sure you tune in to the Good Gals vlog on YouTube and on Instagram to get all the updates and the videos. Thank you guys. Then we gotta go drink. We gotta go